Hello all, Darren here. Thank you for joining me, lovely to have you. This is a new series on my channel, so if you'd like to see more unexplained and strange disappearances, subscribe and stay tuned for daily uploads. Now then, onto the video. Mekayla Bali was just 16 years old when she went missing in April 2016. The case haunts the Bali family, the Canadian public, and all of those on the internet that have dove into this horrifying and mysterious case. It has drawn in many internet sleuths, and Mekayla even has a Reddit page dedicated to case discussion, alongside a hum of activity about Mekayla's mystery on web sleuths. Mekayla's whereabouts need explaining. The family needs closure. And yet the case continues to baffle investigators, internet sleuths, and those with a vested interest in Mekayla's safe return. An unusual day. Hey, I need your help. It started at 6:41 in the morning. Mekayla texted her friend Oksana and asked for a ride to the bank. She told Oksana that she needed to withdraw $5,000, which was later found to be untrue during the investigation. Oksana told Mekayla that she could not do it, and at 8:20 a.m. Mekayla entered Sacred Heart High School and attended classes. She went straight to her locker, and 6 minutes later she exited the school through the back entrance. Mekayla went straight to the bank. She walked in at 10 to 9 in the morning and was seen talking on the phone via the CCTV footage, which would be a trademark of the day. When the teller opened the shutters, Mekayla appeared to immediately end the call and withdrew $55 from her account. She entered a pawn shop and tried to hawk a private ring. The owner refused the sale and sent Mekayla away. There was an apparent urgency and desperation to Mekayla's mourning and her demeanor. She was reportedly approaching strangers, desperate to book a hotel room or go to Regina, a neighboring town. Mekayla later that morning entered Tim Hortons and ordered a drink. She sat in the booth with her backpack. This was unusual behavior, as Mekayla never wore a backpack to school. There seemed to be an intention to leave Yorkton. However, there is also the matter of the forgotten acne medication. Mekayla also never went anywhere without her makeup kit, except on that day, which leads investigators to believe that despite indicating a desire to leave town, she had every intention of coming back later that day. At 9:23 a.m. she exited the Tim Hortons and then walked back in through a separate exit. She came back into the Tim Hortons at 9:49 a.m. while on the phone with someone. Mekayla was shown on the CCTV footage disassembling the phone and putting it back together again. Call records didn't show any calls made, and it seems apparent that the calls were made through an unidentified app. The identity of the person that she made the call to is vital information missing from the case. At 10:12 a.m., she texted her friend Shelby, "Hey, I need help." She then responded later saying, "Never mind, I figured it out." And at 10:43 a.m., Mekayla approached a woman and asked the woman to rent a hotel for her. The woman refused, and Mekayla later exited the Tim Hortons again on the phone. At lunchtime, Mekayla returned to school and then went on to the bus depot. She ordered a meal at the Trail Stop restaurant there. This was the last sighting of Mekayla. Her phone went off and the trail went cold. That evening, she was reported missing by her mother and grandmother. It was a strange day, accompanied by a flurry of strange behavior by Mekayla. So what happened? The theories: Mekayla seemingly vanished into thin air on the 12th of April 2016. And the reasons and theories are inconsistent and inconclusive. Investigators did find a second Instagram account under Mekayla's name. The account had zero activity, but the About Me section read, "Goodbye." Mekayla posted her Snapchat profile in February 2016 with the caption, "Looking for Snapchat friends because I have none in real life. Add me. Please don't be a greasy fuck and send me gross-ass nudes. Just looking for a friend." Mekayla told friends that she planned a trip to Regina, which is about 150 miles away from Yorkton. There was also a gentleman named Christopher that Mekayla had planned to visit in Saskatchewan. Police searched Christopher's home, and there was no evidence that he was even in Canada at the time of her disappearance. Christopher lived in the USA in North Carolina and had a cast-iron alibi. He did, however, reveal to CBC News that Mekayla had told him about a previous suicide attempt. There was also a suggestion that Mekayla had scars from self-harm and attempted suicide. Mekayla had an estranged father who has since emerged for the first time since Mekayla's disappearance. Mekayla never knew the man, and Mekayla's mother was somewhat guarded in what she revealed about Mekayla's father. But now, Rick Brait has put himself forward as Mekayla's biological father. He's been active in the various Saskatoon communities and has been an active voice trying to find Mekayla. Reported sightings of any missing person at times have to be taken with a grain of salt. However, there were reported sightings of Mekayla in Vancouver, Edmonton, and Penticton. The police have never confirmed a suspect in this case, but they do have a person of interest that they have announced as a potential suspect. This person was seen by witnesses leaving the Trail Stop restaurant with Mekayla. He was stocky, muscular, and had a fiery cross tattoo on his arm. The police questioned the man and he explained he was merely holding the door open for Mekayla. This man remains uncharged. 2 of Mekayla's classmates told police that Mekayla had oxycodone, a powerful opioid. Mekayla brought the drug to school to show friends. "We are always open and aware that there are drugs in high school," one of the investigating officers said. "There's a different kind of drugs and drugs getting passed around, but in Mekayla's case, we don't have any evidence to suggest that drugs were a factor in this." Police Detective Kim Stewart says that to this day she still looks for Mekayla, years after the case was transferred outside of her unit. Where? There is the possibility that Mekayla's erratic behavior on the day suggests that she ran away. Sick of small-town Canadian life, Mekayla possibly decided to just up sticks and leave. This can be supported by some of her somber and cryptic social media posts. The need for a hotel trip to the bus stop, the second Instagram and goodbye message. The darker side of human nature can appear in cases such as these, and Mekayla may have left herself vulnerable to an online predator with a premeditated intention, or a real-world predator that stumbled upon a vulnerable girl in a vulnerable situation. Both leave the imagination full of grim ideas and draw a horrific conclusion. Whatever happened, we need to close this case. Whether it ends up being good news or bad, the family deserves closure, and Mekayla's mother deserves closure. Canada deserves closure on this awful disappearance. The reward is now at $100,000 Canadian for Mekayla's safe return. Mekayla would now be 22, and the time her mother has lost with her is unfathomable. I appeal to those on the internet to keep the case fresh and active. Thank you for watching, and please feel free to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. See you soon, and remember, stay vigilant and stay safe.